5 survival planning tips for families you might want to know about. Hey everyone, Rob Crossman here, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 survival planning tips for families you might want to know about. So if you're ready, let's get to the good stuff. Coping with a survival situation as a single adult is usually a lot easier than dealing with one if you're married or with children. The problem with this is children do not have the life experience that adults have to make wise decisions. And the best way to handle this situation is get the entire family on the same page and prepare for survival situations as a group or a family. And trust me, that's going to be a challenging task. But here are 5 survival planning tips for families you might want to know about that will help you out. Number 1, rehearse and role play. You see, conducting drills once a month with your children or family and spouse will get everybody on the same page on what to do in case there is an emergency disaster. For example, say there's a tsunami approaching and you only have 5 to 10 minutes to prepare before it hits. In that situation, a family that rehearses or drills often will immediately know that they need, for example, maybe to grab their bug-out bags. And then maybe they need to meet at the rally point to decide what to do next, like in a tsunami, get to higher ground, etc. Another situation is, say there's a break-in in your house in the middle of the night, and all the parents need to do is shout intruders. If you went over this before this happens, your children will automatically awaken after hearing the word intruders, and they will know what to do first, instead of going downstairs, for example, to investigate. After hearing the warning, for example, maybe they need to throw a rope out the window and scale down and then run to the neighbors for help. Rehearsing the plan of action repeatedly will teach your kids and family what they need to do, and they won't forget it. Just be mindful and don't go overboard with the rehearsals too often. Once or twice a month will suffice. Number 2, bug-out bags. All family members should have their bug-out bags packed and ready to go before any emergency or disaster strikes. You want to make sure that the kids have smaller bags with, example, like water bottles, some chocolate bars, and a few toys, etc. By doing this and keeping their bags small, they'll carry some of the weight, while the adults can lug the essentials. And remember, it's best to keep the bug-out bags at ground level, so in case of an emergency, you can grab them quickly and run out the house. You don't want to waste time running up and down stairs looking for your bug-out bag. Make sure that every family member knows where his and her bug-out bags are located. Number 3, have a meeting place or a rally point. This is an important one. For example, say the family's separated. Everyone should have a common meeting point or rally point where they know where to meet and hook up with everyone. And if the kids are at school and the parents are at work, and say there's a flood, everyone can meet at the meeting place. With everyone having a cell phone these days, communication is a lot simpler. But have only one designated adult give the instructions. This will help to prevent confusion and mixed signals. And make sure to discuss with your family members where they will meet in an emergency situation. Number 4, safe houses. In some cases, there may not be enough time to meet up. For example, if there's a terrorist attack, waiting around any meeting place may not be a good idea. If roads are blocked and you can't get home, you'll need a safe house to go to. The question you have to ask yourself is, are there any friends or family members' houses that you can take shelter in? Once everyone knows which house it is, this will be your central location for your safe house. And like I mentioned before, make sure that you choose and plan ahead of time with your family so they know that this is going to be your safe house during an emergency. Number 5, safety precautions. It's crucial to discuss safety with your children. For example, if there's an approaching tornado or hurricane, your children need to know that they have to stay away from windows. And make sure they know that firearms are extremely dangerous and should not play with them. The kids should also know where the first aid kit is. If an adult is injured or is unable to move, the kids can bring him or her the first aid kit if they know where it is. The same applies to fire extinguishers, etc. You want to try to discuss all safety aspects with your kids and family as often as you can, so it's seared into their memory. Just remember, one can never be too careful during a crisis. And if you think a crisis can't happen to you, think again. It can, and you want to be prepared a little bit. If you prepare as a family and make it kind of fun, everyone will be better off and better equipped during a crisis. Okay, well, that's all I got for today, and I hope you enjoyed today's video on 5 survival planning tips for families. Also, if you haven't already, click the link in the description or the pinned comment, head on over to my blog and get your free step-by-step guide that will walk you through the process of creating your own action plan in case of an emergency. It's totalprepping.com. Head on over and pick it up. It's 100% free. So if you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with all of your prepping and survival peeps out there, plus your own family. This helps me out a lot, and I really would appreciate it, as it helps me keep the lights on here at totalprepping.com. And as always, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and tick that bell notification so you can be notified when I upload a video. I am uploading videos weekly. Once again, I'm Rob Crossman. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Take care, and God bless.